Hello, YouTube. I'm actually an ambivert. I love people, but I trend more strongly towards introverted. I'm going to tell you why. People, I have found, often lack authenticity. I've met people who will say just crazy, outlandish things in order to try to get a reaction from you. They're testing your temperament, especially women. And I have never been that type of person. I value authenticity. I value being real and truthful and sincere, because sincerity today is very hard to come by. And people seeing how I am, the people who like to stir up drama find me boring, which is fine. Or they try to upset my temperament, my calm and collected, and thoughtful way of doing things. And I don't like that. In fact, I would imagine that there's a lot of people out there who feel like I do. I'm not one of those people that gets on TikTok or does the latest trend, whatever it happens to be. There's a lot of Gen Zers out there, people who play certain gaming platforms, who are just really toxic. And it's not just Gen Z, it's other people too. But it's hard to find people who appreciate authenticity, who actually spend the time, taking time to get to know you and enjoying just hanging out with you and being with you before expecting something either intimate or financial in nature. And it tires me out. It tires me out dealing with people like that. I think that you should just be real. Be yourself and be real. It saves a lot of time and a lot of heartache just being authentic, instead of all this posturing and off-color remarks, off-color jokes. Like, dude, is that really how you feel? That's what I want to ask some of these young people. People between 18 and 35, that's what I want to ask them. It's like everything has to be right now. They have to get whatever it is that they're after right now, today. They get bored if they can't get whatever that instant reward is, whether it's sex or money or gifts or somebody to make them laugh. I'll be the first to admit that I do have a sense of humor, but it's hard to make me laugh. It is. I'm not the funny guy. I'm the authentic, supportive, sincere person that people take for granted. And that's why I lean more towards introversion instead of being extroverted, because I'm not with the in crowd. I'm not with the toxic people that are out there partying in the bars and the clubs. I'm just fine sitting at home and having a quiet night. I actually prefer that, because it detracts from my energy to engage in the loud, the rowdy, the hip and in the moment stuff, whatever it happens to be. I just want to be real, and I like it calm and quiet. Let's watch a movie, watch Netflix, or go for a bike ride, or go for a walk, go canoeing, go kayaking, do an activity. Not this stuff of, we're going to go make jokes at somebody's expense, or we're going to go talk smack to somebody on Discord, or whatever it happens to be. These people who do that, I've never enjoyed myself. I don't enjoy myself at other people's expense, but I do enjoy myself. That's what I meant to say. And it's sad because so many other people out there are so toxic and they're unpleasant, and they want a toxic dynamic. They want something that burns fast and burns hard and then burns out, flickers out, and it ends up being a waste of time. And that's not me. I like sincerity, I like authenticity, and I have to be careful who I bring in to my circle, because I can immediately tell who they are when I encounter somebody that's not good for me. I immediately start feeling drained. I feel drained. My energy goes and I feel unwell. I feel sick. I'm like, man, this person, they're not a boon to me. They don't lift me up. This person, every moment that I'm around them, I feel like they're taking from me, taking my energy, my vitality, and just draining me dry like a dead car battery. You know, you can't let people get into your sphere who are just a constant drain on you. If you got anybody around you that's like that, you got to room them out of your life fast, because that person is a negative energy. They're going to pull you down. It's not just a matter of positive and negative. They're literally like leeches. They're like parasites that go around and they feed on one person's vitality after another, because they don't produce anything good. Their net dividend at the end of the day is in the red. They're not putting good out there. They're detractors. They're takers. And you don't want people like that in your life. And you can immediately feel it. Whenever you encounter one of these people, you can feel it within like the first few moments that you're talking to them. You know, whether you're admitting it to yourself on a conscious level or not, you know whether or not that person is going to work out. Because everybody's got this inherent vibe that they put off, if you want to call it that. And there's a brightness that the good people have. People who are genuine and sincere and clean and kind. And there's a darkness that the other people give off. You just immediately feel apprehensive in their presence. Like, this person might not be good for me. This is not a good person to have around me. I don't think I like this person. And the brighter that your light is, the more of those people that you're going to attract. If you're a really good person, you're going to attract people who are going to try to siphon your energy, because they want what you have. They want that glow. What they've lost, their luster, they try to take from others. They try to take that positivity, that kindness, that genuineness, that sincerity, and they don't want to make it their own. They just want to corrupt what you have. You have to stay pure. Have a pure spirit. Keep your intentions good. Keep your meaning in what you do good. Because these people who are putting bad out there and trying to detract from what you're doing and what you're putting out, they're going to get their return for what they're putting out. I've seen it time and time again. Bad things happen unexpectedly to these people. They'll die unexpectedly, be involved in major accidents. They'll contract an illness or fall, get hurt, something happens to them. For all that bad, the evil that they put out there, they get a return. It's like racking up a credit card debt with a high interest rate. And the same applies for the good. You put good out there, and you keep putting good out there regardless of what anybody gives to you, you will see a return on that good that you've done. Things are going to work out for you. They're going to improve for you. And eventually, you might even get successful enough to really make a difference in a lot of people's lives. But I'm mostly introverted right now because I'm trying to grow. And you have to grow in silence. That's what the experts say anyway. And I'm glad that I keep my circle small, because most of the people that reach out end up being people who want to be detractors.